You throw matchups out the window in transition. So this player's got the ball. He's got to announce, I have ball. This player needs to go here and announce it. This player needs to announce here. Okay? When you don't communicate in transition, look what happens. You get 2 Hawks players going to 1 Grizzlies player and nobody staying here. Do not get back to the middle of nowhere in transition. You get to a body. This player's got to say, I've got ball, to make sure this player knows he's got to go here. But this player's going down the middle of nowhere. If you're playing the gaps, you will never get back outward if you have to take your feet inward. Watch this Hawks player. Look at his feet. See how his feet are going inward? You've just lost your ability to get back outward now. Okay, so you're banging with Jaren Jackson down low. Once he picks his dribble up, which is right here, stop. Once he picks up his dribble, now I got to show my hands. I got to show my hands because if he spins off me this way, I've got to be able to go with him. But this player is still has his hands on Jaren Jackson. So when he spins, you have no chance. All right, here comes a turnover right now. The Grizzlies have the ball. AJ Griffin has no chance of getting this ball. Just get back, okay? What's AJ Griffin do? Gambles for no reason. Game over. Don't give up 2-on-1s. Get up and get this guard out of here, okay? I have backside help literally standing and waiting. There's no place for this Grizzlies player to go. Their spacing is terrible. But you say, let's give up a 2-on-1. All right, Holiday right here. As soon as this shot goes up, you got to box out. Watch this right here. Okay, now the ball's in this player's hand. If you are Holiday, you got to recover onto Brandon Clark, use your butt, get low, and move Brandon Clark out. This is not boxing out. You don't box out. By the time you do, you're boxing out by facing Brandon Clark. It's a slight lean, but it's enough. You can see this player just leaning ever so slightly this way towards the screen. Look at, here comes a ball screen. Watch that player right there. See how he tapped his feet leaning? That's all it takes. This is exactly how you get killed in a zone. This player is guarding nobody. You can never guard nobody. This player needs to get fully up here, and this player needs to be over here. This player's got this area of the zone. But when you're guarding nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. You don't get back to the middle of nowhere in transition. What is DeAndre Hunter doing here? This player's guarding one-on-one just fine. Please get to Brandon Clark. You just stand in no man's land and never get to Brandon Clark. I mean, the Hawks just don't want to get over screens. Why are you getting screened here? Look at the space you have to get over. You're just choosing to get screened here. So what does that do? Now that forces this player to have to step up and backside help. So when this skip pass is very easily made because you're in drop coverage, this player is not going to have time to get out and actually guard. So this player can just pump fake and go right into the lane for 2. Okay, if you are switching this ball screen, this player has got to be up, level to the screener, and ready to guard. Look where this player is when this man's coming off this ball screen. You are not ready to guard. Okay, you don't communicate in a zone, you will get killed in a zone. This player's guarding this man right here. You got to say that, okay? This player obviously has to dip down, and this player obviously has to get to the wing. But when you don't communicate in a zone, look, now we have 2 people guarding 1 Grizzlies player, and that is the kiss of death in the zone. God knows what the Hawks are doing here. Stop. You can't. 4 Hawks players are in the paint. 4. You cannot go for offensive rebounds you have no chance of. Dylan Brooks is clearly getting this ball, so please just start sprinting back, okay? Instead, look what this player does. He goes for an offensive rebound he has no chance of. So what could have been a 3-on-3 is a 3-on-2. Okay, so the Grizzlies just set a down screen. Why is this player able to curl? It's because this player isn't attached to his man. Get attached, arms out. Now this player has to go out, and it gives this player a much better chance of being able to chase over the top of the down screen. But when this player's able to curl, look at the separation here. Now you're screwed. Now you're not getting over this ball screen, and the defense is scrambling. If you are guarding away from the ball, you have to have your feet out in a defensive stance. How are you going to close out with your feet this tied together like this? Okay? And look at how lazy this closeout is to begin with. I mean, it's just all just a joke. You have to communicate in transition. DeAndre Hunter's got to say, I've got ball, so this player knows to go here. When you don't communicate in transition, look what happens. 2 people guarding the ball, nobody going here, and it's an alley-oop. If you want to bang with Jaren Jackson in the post, you can't use your hands. You got to use your body. See, look how you're using your hands right here. Now when Jaren Jackson spins this way, you have no chance of sliding and being able to contest this shot. This is how you get killed in a zone again, when somebody's guarding air, okay? You have to get to the corner so this player can come up here. But when you're guarding nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. All right, so the Hawks are in drop coverage off a ball screen, which I can't stand. But okay, so right here, this player gets up and backside help. So that means this player's, when the ball gets skipped here, this player's rotating here. And when that, and on the air time of this pass, this player has to fly up here. So this pass is being made now. So you need to get gone and X out. But you're standing around, it's too late. You cannot guard like this with your hands on this Grizzlies player. You got to show your hands so you can slide east-west with him when he comes this way. Look at this Hawks player. Look how he's got his hands on this Grizzlies player. Tell me how you slide with someone when you do that. The answer is you don't, and now it's an easy 2. What is this Hawks player doing? You're guarding one-on-one just fine. There is no screen being set. Why are you giving this guard the lane? And it's a 2-on-1. I mean, what? All right, you are trapping in the corner. That is noted. Now your back line's got to be ready. You have to deny 1 pass away, deny 1 pass away. This player can guard these Grizzlies players 2 passes away. When it's this easy to pass out of a trap, you are screwed. Communicate on defense. It's kind of important. This player needs to step up here and say it, okay, so that this player knows to go to the wing, which is where he has to go. But look what happens. This player, there's no communication, so look what just happened. 2 Hawks players go to the wing. No one goes to this Grizzlies player, so that forces this player to step up here and leave the corner. And as soon as that happens, now you're just defenses in scramble mode, and it's just a matter of who for the Grizzlies is going to be able to get an open look. What? The Hawks are trapping. Your backline defender can't be standing here. He has to get up and deny 1 pass away. This player needs to deny 1 pass away too. This person has these players 2 passes away. When it's this easy to pass out of a trap, now your defense is in scramble mode. So it's just a matter of who now for Memphis is going to get an open look. So the Hawks are in drop coverage off this ball screen, which you know I cannot stand, but I guess that's not really the problem here. Okay, this player's dribble's picked up right now. Now this player needs to just get back to the corner because this player's recovering here. Okay, look what this player does. He's going to gamble as opposed to getting back out to his man. Cannot lean towards the screen early. Look at this player right here. Watch him leaning towards the screen. So now you're going to get blown by the other way, and that draws a help defender and a dunk. Okay, so this Hawks defender right here is going to stunt right here because the Hawks don't defend this flare screen the right way, and he does a good job of it. Okay, good stunt. Now your only focus is getting back to your man. But look what this Hawks player does. He's got his arms out trying to get a deflection on a pass. So now you're beat back door.